Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. Full disclaimer on this before we get started, this is not a video that goes in detail for each class and level combination, but more so a generalized approach and idea on how it works, and some of the things that do carry over from 10 to 20, and some of the things that you want to avoid typically. Basically, I did it so you don't have to kind of situation, and I just want to explain it to you all. The first thing I want to talk about is the lifesteal enchant. For some classes, it's extremely important, and honestly, some of them it's absolutely needed to even make the class work. But for some classes, it's not that great. Honestly, for some of them, it's garbage, and you want to put something different there. So, as a few examples here, Mistweaver Monk, amazing. It helps with your sustain. It's not that great in adding damage. However, for level 11 Fury Warrior, amazing damage and amazing sustain because it procs just a whole lot more. But for the Guardian Druid, it's absolute dog water. It just does not work. I mean it procs every now and then, but not enough to sustain you. You're having to rely on other things to keep you alive. Eventually, I traded mine out for just raw stats just to get rid of it. The next thing that I identified was the neck enchant. All right. So you're going to use the exact same thing from level 10 all the way to level 20, no matter what level class combination you use. The reason being is that there are technically other enchants you can put on your neck, like raw stats, etc., but they don't work. I don't know why. I tried it, tested it out, looked at what my stats stated before putting it on, put it on, it remained the same, took it off. It just didn't work. So, uh, excuse me if I mispronounce it because I tried recording this earlier and just kept screwing it up. But Mark of the Hidden Satyr, you know which one? That one. Okay. As for the rings, those also will remain the same from level 10 to 20. And they are the Accord of series of ring enchants. So, like the Accord of Versatility, Accord of Mastery, Accord of Critical Strike, those things. They give you +4 on all of your rings, despite what it actually says it'll give you. As for the chess piece, you start off at level 10, only being able to add +1 all stats. I wouldn't recommend anything else for that, but once you reach level 11, you can then add +3, and that carries over all the way to level 20. The belts, pants, shoulders, and helm are all slots that either you can't get anything at all at level 10 through 20, or it's something incredibly useless for twinking entirely. So don't even stress over those slots. As for the cloak, most of you will probably make the same mistake I did when I first started, and that's going for the enchant that gives you speed plus a raw stat. Keep in mind the speed on the cloak for some reason does not work. It does not add into anything, doesn't stack with anything. It's better on the cloak to just go for a raw stat and only a raw stat rather than the stat with speed. However, with your feet, you do want to go for the one that gives you stats plus speed. That one does work. Now, I hope I didn't miss anything, but I did have some notes up, so I've covered what I have up right at the moment, and none of this was kind of scripted really strictly like most of my videos. But the last thing I did want to touch on is that with any of your enchants in World of Warcraft with your twinks from 10 to 20, they may say that they give a specific amount of stats, but everything's scaled down to your level. So regardless of what it says, you're not going to get that full value. So it's best when you understand that option A and option B, no matter what they actually say they give, if they both give you, say, for example, one stat, then you want to realistically pick the one that's cheaper if they both reward the same thing. And just use that kind of thought process for all of your enchants. I hope this video was helpful and informative for you. And also keep in mind that for any specific class level combinations, I will either be recording those when I do a series per class, or I may already have some of those out by the time you're watching this, depending on when you're watching this. So be sure to check that out on my channel. And as always, guys, I appreciate you all. Thank you for supporting this channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.